Hello, my name is Christopher Craven, and today I would like to talk to you about how we can save children's lives throughout America and also stop the epidemic of childhood obesity. This is a quote from Sierra O'Rourke's article stating that Rob Esler quoted that 34 children die per hour in America due to obesity. If you think about it, the average family has about 2 kids, so every hour 15 families are affected by losing their children due to obesity. As a future health and fitness instructor myself, I deeply care about the lives of children throughout America, and I think it is very important that we go ahead and get the warning out while they're young. Better that way they don't have to grow up and go through obesity. As my mother and father always told me, it's better to start teaching them while they're young. That way when they grow up, they have the knowledge and attributes to help themselves. Health and fitness instructors provide the environment so our children can go out and exercise and get blood thrown through the body. Throughout America, as you'll notice, school systems are cutting these things out. And a lot of children don't have a playground or a ballpark or a backyard to exercise outside of school. During my presentation, I would like to talk about the rise of childhood obesity, why there are no longer or not as many health and fitness instructors available, and how we can beat this epidemic. My first point I would like to talk about is the rise of childhood obesity, and this is a quote from Kelso stating that according to the Center of Disease Control and Prevention, over the past 3 decades, childhood obesity rate has more than doubled for children ages 2 to 5, and from adolescents 12 to 19 years old, it has more than tripled in children ages 6 to 11. So from 2 to 19 years old, it has either doubled or tripled, usually depending on the heritage of the children and how they live their day-to-day lives. Let's say you have a children who is slightly sedentary, then they would be in the double range, whereas a child who is heavily sedentary, they don't get out, they don't active at all, they sit on the couch all day and watch TV and play video games, then they would be considered in the triple range category. That means, when you put all this together, it means that from the age of 2 years old to the age of 19 years old, children become less and less active each year throughout their lives. Because of this, children can develop diseases into their adulthood, such as diabetes, heart disease, and even grow into morbid obesity. The second topic I would like to talk about is why there aren't that many health and fitness instructors throughout America. And this is a quote from Patterson stating that according to the report, 44% of the nation's school administrators have cut significant amounts of time from physical education, arts, and even recess, so that more time can be devoted to reading and mathematics since the passage of No Child Left Behind in 2001. So since 2001 of No Child Left Behind, schools across America has slowly been cutting out fitness and education classes and even arts. This really has an effect on a child. The child goes, if you count from 8 a.m. to about 3 p.m., that's about 7 hours. Take out lunch and walking back and forth from classes to classes. The children usually sit for about 6.5 hours a day in their chairs doing reading and math and science. This means that they are not working their imaginations or getting proper blood flow throughout their body. So when you think about it, when a child sits down they are cutting the circulation off, or making poor circulation to their legs. And what this has to do is, when you have poor circulation, the body isn't absorbing many nutrients, and it's also holding more water, which causes the influx in weight gain. And this again causes obesity. Lastly, my last topic is how we can fight this epidemic. And this is a quote from Penn State stating that states across America that are serious about reducing childhood obesity should increase the mandatory amount of time students spend in PE and enforce existing programs to better standards. So hopefully throughout the years, if this keeps on going, we'll see the comeback of PE and education classes. This will also help provide more jobs for people who want to teach in this environment, and it will also get more kids more active, and hopefully we will see the numbers in obesity decline. To sum up my whole presentation, as I stated, Rob Esler quoted, 34 children die every hour due to obesity and the lack of physical activity in their lives. The very same teachers who are supposed to help our children to not be obese are losing their jobs due to cuts in school systems because they don't feel it's a high class in like reading and math. It's not as important. So to help the children across America, we must either vote in or do something to bring back these education systems to improve physical education programs so that our children can get the right amount of exercise time that they need. The minimum amount of time that you're supposed to be active a day is 60 minutes. Well, if you get rid of all the programs, they're not getting any time being active. So, just a reminder, health and fitness teachers provide children with the knowledge to live long and healthy lives so that, when they're older, they can fight obesity or other diseases. Bringing back the education systems, kids can exercise and have proper blood flow, and it'll really help with mood systems. A lot of kids are going through puberty, so when you aren't able to work out those hormones when they get trapped up inside, this causes a lot of moody teenagers, and when they're not able, it's just a really bad combination. So thank you guys, and to order for this to get effect, when you're doing or trying to figure out a program for the kids to follow, you got to remember they have to get an enjoyment out of it, or else it's not going to work. They're not going to accept it, because I'm pretty sure, as we all know, we'd rather lay around all day eating couch potatoes rather than being active. So make sure they find enjoyment out of it. And remember, to stop childhood obesity, we must encourage our children to stay active and live long and healthy lives. Thank you very much.